Yep, they freed her. Trying to get my dribble right. Good morning. Hope y'all having a good morning. I've been up since 5, working. Give y'all some of this good breaking news. This came out of nowhere. What up? What up? He said, "I'm glad she's free." I'm pretty sure she's glad to be free. I'm pretty sure her family. I don't know if she's free. Did she come to the United States? She was traded. She was swapped for a Russian prisoner. So I guess, I don't know, I guess she come home and come free. I mean, she comes to the United States and is free because, of course, she can't be penalized for laws in Russia. So, yeah, she's free now. Griner, American basketball star who had been in prison on drug charges, was traded for Victor BOUT, a Russian arms dealer. Man, she actually helped him, I believe. She helped him because Brittney Griner is just a professional athlete. She's something small when it pertains to the rest of the world. That Victor BOUT's a big deal. I watched this. He got a documentary, and I think they made a movie about him too. But after he was mentioned the first time, after people put me down with him the first time, I went and looked him up. The Merchant of Death. Victor BOUT, he funds. Well, he doesn't fund. He supplies arms to nations who are at war and shit. Like, say, Sudan and Nigeria, war breaks out between them. I didn't see you. I didn't catch you. Bullish the Barber, I appreciate your super chat. America got finessed. They got one of their apes out. They freed one of their apes. They bullied. They bullied them. They bullied the U.S. They held Brittney and freed one of their apes. That dude is the real deal. That dude supplies arms when nations break out, when civil war break out. This dude is somebody that kings of countries call, military generals call on the phone and tell them, yo, I need 500 AK-47s. I need 500 missile launchers. I need 2,000 hand grenades and shit. And he puts it down. Paul, what's up? He said, there are U.S. military soldiers held captive in Russia, and you trade for her. Those, if there's other personalities being held captive in Russia for crimes they committed, they not Brittney Griner. They don't have Kevin Durant and LeBron James and all sorts of fans everywhere lobbying and speaking on their behalf on the internet, and people who did direct leg work to free her. It was somebody today. Somebody worked nonstop. Somebody close to her, maybe family or friends, worked nonstop from the time she was incarcerated to now to free her and shit. So that's why she was the one that got swapped. Nobody else's name was ever mentioned in the swap besides her and shit. If you want your basketball star back, give us our arms dealer. They left a Marine that was there for 4 years. They freed Griner, left a white boy in Russia. That's crazy. It's still popularity. Popularity means something. It's in the 48 Laws of Power. It is. She was a bigger deal than the guy. I don't know what he did. Nobody knows what that guy did, that military guy did. She just got caught with some vape pens. This didn't help black folks at all. Biden administration only did this for black votes. Black folks ain't got nothing to do with her getting caught with some weed, man. That don't pertain to all of us. We ain't got nothing to do with none of that. There ain't nobody here related to her. We ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing. I don't know if it has anything that you think he freed her so black people can vote at the election and shit like that. I don't think nobody was taking it serious. The average black person was like, man, she shouldn't have did that shit. For real. Keeping it real with you. Rest in peace to the future victims by the weapons this guy will sell. Isn't Russia into some type of conflict with The Ukraine, Russia and the Ukraine is in some type of conflict, right? This is a good time to have your arms dealer back. This doesn't have anything to do with black votes. Exactly. This is a good time to have your arms dealer back. They need their straps. They strapping up. They got beef. Russia got the best of that deal. He said they freed the Lord of War for Vape Girl. Yeah, they finessed the fuck. They bullied the U.S. They bullied the U.S. in that situation. They held her captive. Then they sent her off to a fucking some type of camp, some type of prison camp. And her attorney lost track of her. Her attorney was on the internet saying we couldn't find her. They couldn't find her for a minute. Once them Russians put her in the abyss, they stuck her in a hole. They said, we better go get her now, man. They ain't fucking around. They not playing. Give Victor up. Some people in high places was, I know Victor BOUT, like, I'm the man. I would have joined Wagner while I was out there. He said camp or rehab. Nah, man, she ain't no rehabs over there. She was in a prison camp somewhere, lost. He said, gotta be kidding me, we got finesse. It was a poker game. We ain't had nothing to do with it. It was a poker game between two countries, the U.S. and Russia. You want your Negro basketball star back who was playing for our country? You want your Negro basketball star back who you underpay, who had to come to Russia to play for us and brought drugs into our country? If you want her back, you got to release Victor. They arrested her for no reason. It was all political. Bullshit. They got evidence. She got caught with some reefer. Don't do it. She better average quadruple double when she get back. I think she gonna come back to a boyfriend. She needs to be held. She needs to be held and caressed. She needs to be playing in somebody's beard and shit, man. Straight up. But welcome home to oh man. Y'all think she gonna smoke? When she get back to the US, y'all think she blowing it down? Early. She blowing it down when she get back, yo. Yo. Ain't no pen. She gonna wanna roll up. Roll up. Soon as she get to where roll up. Wood to the face. She don't even smoke. She was smoking the vapes and shit like that. He said Hercules lungs. That chick was by her side the whole 9 months. Okay. I have family currently in jail for possession of marijuana. This administration is so hypocritical. Was your family captured overseas? He said she got a lot of money. I would be doing more than that. Just keep it at the weed, man. Just keep it at the weed, man. Y'all always thinking in excess. Y'all always thinking in excess, man. Just keep it at the weed, man. We got to keep it at the weed. Everybody wants to experiment with drugs, man. Y'all got to be smoking drugs. If you think Michael Jackson was smoking a pipe in Studio 54 in a room full of people, that I know. That I know. He said Victor's about to run it up. That Victor BOUT dude is a heavy dude, man. He's like somebody, he like one of the villains that they was chasing on the James Bond movies. He is. And he's proven to be fucking invincible. What fucking war criminal, what type of criminal, international criminal has that type of juice? His country just went and got him. They just freed him. I don't know if he's going to prison when he get to Russia. They probably gonna free him. He said Russia about to put him to work. Damn, these motherfuckers, if you a high caliber criminal, they'll work with you. Ain't that a bitch? She didn't have any priors and it was a personal use amount. It don't matter. She could have had a dime bag Weed is illegal in some countries and shit. Zero tolerance. Didn't you see they just booked their motherfucking ass for a year? Them Russians might only want to off that arms dealer. I'm pretty sure he told a little something. He said that Joker was selling submarines. Yeah, I seen that on the documentary. This motherfucker sells. He was selling shit that hit your ass. You don't even know you under attack. Motherfucker underwater firing shit at your ass. Victor a bad motherfucker. This dude like one of them villains from G.I. Joe. This nigga a character off G.I. Joe. This one of them motherfuckers roll with Destro and them niggas. He's a former Russian officer. Man, he a bad dude, man. I watched his doc. He got a documentary on YouTube. I can't remember the name of it, but I know that countries was like competing over his attention and shit. Like, yeah, he one of the dreadnoughts. One of the dreadnoughts. Yo, two countries is at war, right? And both of the motherfucking presidents of the countries is calling this dude for hammers and shit. Did nobody feel that he was a snake, sir? He's serving both of them and shit. Nobody felt that he was in the wrong. Yo, man, I need a tank. I need da-da-da-da-da. Oh, let me tell you what makes this motherfucker so powerful, because it's coming back to me. Victor BOUT got his own Air Force fleet. He got his own Air Force fleet. That's how he drop his weapons off. He got his own Air Force fleet. He got his own fucking airport, and it's all types of fly-ass fucking airplanes and shit. 757s, the fighter jets, all kind of shit. And if you want something from him, you want some hammers from him, you pay him. I don't know if he take Cash App, PayPal, you pay him. The nigga fly over your country with his plane and drop it to you. Drop it out the fucking sky to you. How the fuck can he get away with this? They just let this motherfucker out of jail. This motherfucker out of jail, man. He got his own planes and shit. TV shit. TV shit. Y'all go look this up. My mouth dropped to the floor. I said, this motherfucker got his own runways and shit. He be dropping off the map. They don't not be knowing how to find him and shit. Like, he a bad motherfucker. He's a TV character. He said, watch Lord of War. I watched something on him, but that's how I found out about his fleet of fucking planes and shit. He said, America the same damn way. Not one person. You think it's one person in America running around selling hammers? Dropping shit out the sky? He said, at that level, he deserves to be free. He must be CIA. One of them niggas that roll with Destro and Cobra Commander and them niggas. If you get caught with a gram of marijuana, you'll get 10 years. Peace. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. Got in Phoenix ass. Phoenix think they bad. He said, nah, not one person, but our government. The world runs on crime. I don't think they let the United States don't let motherfuckers get out of control like that over here. They don't. You see what they did with Jeff Fort. Jeff Fort was trying to procure some weapons or some shit. Yeah, Jeff Fort tried to get a missile launcher or some shit. They put him down, allegedly, to the Stones. I know y'all be watching. I didn't say that. Allegedly. They said Jeff was trying to commit some terrorist acts on United States soil. Chicago, yeah. He said they let the drug problem get out of hand. Yeah, that's something else. That's something else. Yeah, allegedly, you got to put that on there. Reagan, Oliver North, and the Contras. America been out of damn control. BOUT is departing from Chicago. What jail was he in? Terre Haute? What jail was he in? Terre Haute, Illinois, or something like that? No, Terre Haute is in Indiana. In a brief statement from Roosevelt room of the White House with Sherelle Griner, Miss Griner's wife by his side, Mr. Biden confirmed the release and said that Miss Griner would be back in the United States within 24 hours. I spoke with Brittney Griner, Mr. Biden said. She's safe. She's on a plane. She's on her way home after months of being unjustly detained in Russia, held in intolerable circumstances. Brittney will soon be back in the arms of her loved ones, and she should have been there all along. Sherelle Griner described her wife's imprisonment as the darkest moments in her life, but thanked Mr. Biden and administration officials for working tirelessly to secure Ms. Griner's release. Today, I'm just standing here, overwhelmed with emotions. Paul Whelan, another American-held prisoner, was not released on Thursday despite months of efforts by U.S. diplomats to include him as part of the deal with the Russians for the exchange with Mr. BOUT. Mr. BOUT, pardon me. Ms. Griner, an All-American center with the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury and a two-time Olympic gold medalist, was serving a 9-year prison sentence that put her at the center of a fraught geopolitical showdown between Washington and Moscow. In February, she was stopped at an airport near Moscow after customs officials found 2 vape cartridges containing hashish oil in her luggage. Her case became an international cause because she was seen as a hostage held by President Vladimir Putin's government as Russia was subjected to a broad swath of international sanctions in response to its invasion of Ukraine a week after her arrest. She got caught up in the Soviets and the Ukraine's conflict. The Biden administration's efforts to negotiate a prisoner swap with Russia for her and Mr. Whelan has stalled for months as she was sent to a penal colony outside Moscow. Ms. Griner was described by one of her lawyers this fall as struggling emotionally and increasingly worried that she would not be freed. She was permitted outside once a day to walk for an hour in a small courtyard, according to her lawyer, and otherwise confined to a cramped cell with 2 cellmates. She slept on a specifically elongated bed to accommodate her 6'9" frame. American officials met with her in the penal colony last month for the first time since a Russian court rejected her appeal and reported that she was doing as well as can be expected. As a White House spokeswoman put it at the time, Ms. Griner turned 32 while in custody. Mr. Whelan, a former U.S. Marine who later worked as a corporate security executive, was arrested at a Moscow hotel in December 2018 and convicted in June 2020 on espionage charges that the U.S. government says were manufactured. Administration officials sought to release him as part of a package deal with Ms. Griner for Mr. BOUT. Officials said Thursday that the Russians refused to include Mr. Whelan as part of the agreement, leaving the president to agree to a one-for-one swap, much like he did in April when he agreed to release Konstantin Yaroshenko, a Russian pilot, in exchange for Trevor Reed, an ailing former U.S. Marine held for 2 years on what his family considered to be bogus charges of assault. The trade of Mr. BOUT gave Moscow back one of the most notorious arms dealers of modern history, earning him the nickname Merchant of Death, as he evaded capture for years. He was convicted in 2011 by a New York jury on 4 counts that included conspiring to kill American citizens. Damn. Prosecutors said he had agreed to sell anti-aircraft weapons to drug enforcement informants who were posing as arms buyers for the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. He don't like Americans. In July, American officials expressed frustration publicly that their Russian counterparts were refusing to exchange in what the officials called a substantial offer to secure her release in exchange for Mr. BOUT. For months, American diplomats said that Mr. Putin seemed uninterested in even discussing the offer. Earlier this month, a top Russian diplomat said publicly that the chance for a deal that would free Ms. Griner was increasing, but U.S. officials dismissed his comments, saying that they continued to be stonewalled by the Russians who were not seriously negotiating a deal for Mr. BOUT. The swap may have been an effort by Mr. Putin's government to divert attention from Russia's failing war efforts in Ukraine, and the attention focused on President Vladimir Zelensky, who was named Time Magazine's Person of the Year on Wednesday. Ukrainian forces in recent days have struck Russian military bases inside Russian territory with long-range drones. An escalation in the conflict that may have rattled Moscow. A Russian artillery barrage on a market in the eastern Ukrainian town of Kharkov on Wednesday killed at least 10. All right, well, we know what's going on. They came to get boy because they need him. Man, them Ukrainians, they raising hell. They need they dude. Yo, they said, yo, that's enough. That's enough. Come get this motherfucker, yo. Come get this broad, man. Come get this girl. So that's what happened. He said, good for the Ukraine. I'm sure he has an Oprah interview coming. Man, that dude is going to work, man. Did you hear what I just read? The Ukrainians is giving them people some problems, man. They need their arms dealer. Good morning, everybody. U.S. biggest gun dealer. Thank God they let her out. Good morning. What cities is up in here this morning? Who dribbling this morning, man? Everybody seems to be in the jovial mood. Welcome home, Brittney Griner. I wonder how she was spending her time. They said she was in a cell with 2 other cellmates. I'm sure they was women. I wonder was she still on that when she was over there. D.C., Clarksville, Tennessee, Yard, ATL. When I say Yard, that's Jamaica, Norfolk, Virginia, Wilkes-Barre, Columbus, Ohio, PG County, Dayton, Ohio. What up? Long Island. Colleen, what up? Hammond, Indiana, Tampa, New York City, Jamaica, New Orleans, Tallahassee, Petersburg, Virginia, Lubbock, Texas, Detroit. I see y'all. He said the Russians is about to make a comeback like Brady. This is breaking news. I'm pretty sure all my counterparts have dropped a story on it or went live on it. I didn't expect this today. I thought she was going to be over there doing some more time. Apparently, somebody loved her. Her wife stood by her side, pressed the issue. Peace, Colleen. Y'all share this video, man. Make sure y'all go to the website. Get you a PA knit, www.therealdribble.com. Go over there and get right. Good morning, everybody. Breaking news in the world of sports. Brittney Griner is free. So now what? Y'all think she go back to playing basketball and shit? In my opinion, this has nothing to do with the black struggle in America for black people. Only a win for LBGT. That's an organization that I'm pretty sure had a hand in this. Probably didn't have nothing to do with her being black. Nobody cares about black people. You already know that. Is she a top athlete? Yeah, she one of the first females that was like dunking on the regular and shit. Lisa Leslie, you know, those people dunking before her. But she started like dunking in traffic, dunking in games and shit like that. I'm glad she's finally free. He said this has everything to do with the rainbows. Ain't got nothing to do with black people. Y'all heard it here first. Good for her, but there's an estimated 400,000 black people locked up in state, federal jails, and prisons in this country. Some of them 400,000 black people deserve to be locked up, and I hope they keep them there and shit. Yeah. That's something to be said, man. Prisons is necessary to keep order and shit. You gotta, everybody don't belong in society and shit. They don't. You got people who kill kids, maim, destroy the neighborhood, shoot them up, bang, bang, spin the block. Parents can't tell them nothing. Don't listen to nobody. Unruly, dangerous, just pose a detriment to society. There's nothing else that can cure the situation but incarceration. Put them wild ass niggas to fucking jail. Yeah. So again, welcome home, Brittney. Enjoy your weed, baby. I know you're gonna have some great smoke today. You going straight out, it's gonna knock you straight out. Is she still on Phoenix? I wonder does she go back to the same organization? Did the organization help her at all? Did you read Fat Joe's book? No, I'd like to. There's a women's summit also in Abu Dhabi where the swap is. Hillary Clinton and Aisha Curry are speaking. The swap is timed to draw attention. He said she better open a dispensary quick. If I was her, I'd do that. I'd be selling my own vapes. That's how you bounce back from this, baby. Everybody else is making money legitimately off of the cannabis industry. She should have her own vapes. This is the same shit that got me booked in Russia. This shit is illegal right here. This that same shit that put me through them changes in Russia. The Griner pack, ASAP. Recovery, man. You gotta be resilient. This ain't one hat, fam. This is two. I gotta just ball it up. But if you want it, www.therealdribble.com. This is called Sunkiss. This is green, or maybe forest green. This is a green top, though. 12-12 skinny. All of the solid colors is 12-12s and shit. He said, get rich off vapes. Yeah. Cotton is in the okra family. I wanted to add that. I forgot the other day. He said, yeah, she should cash in off of her situation. Dude probably got an underground bunker full of weapons he about to give to Russia. Where the fuck do you hide a bunch of fucking military tanks and submarines and shit like this? Dude is incredible. What can she offer to the young black women of America and youth educational-wise besides marijuana? I don't know. I wouldn't want none of my daughters taken after her or nothing like that. Just because somebody, an athlete, Charles Barkley said this a long time ago, it don't make them qualified to be a role model or anything. She already confused about her sexual identity. We don't need our daughters looking at her, checking her out. I'm sorry. Disciple the way I got it. He said, Gully, you think that was a fair trade? I'm glad she's back, but the person that Victor BOUT is a gorilla, yo. That dude is a heavy dude. Like when Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi and these dudes was keeping their countries in power and shit like that, when they needed artillery, they was calling a cat like this dude, man. This dude is highly touted. Like this dude is like a top draft pick in the world and shit. I wonder how the fuck do you get plugged in like that you got all the goddamn hammers. You got more hammers than countries. Countries calling you to fund them. One person. Countries calling you to get a hammer from you. Or get 200 hammers from you. Or get 200 submarines for you. That's just crazy. He said he's out the 007 movie. He about to go ham. He said, I'm happy she back, but I think we're going to pay for doing that swap. It clearly stated it in that article that I just read to y'all that he was arrested. They captured him for some type of plot to kill Americans. You feel me? So why would y'all release him? Because that's what the Russians asked for. She's gonna do all of this time, all 9 years, if y'all don't give him back. They could have left her over there if that means Victor BOUT is about to unleash carnage. I just read you an article that said that in the conflict with the Ukrainians and the Soviets, they did things to rattle Moscow. That's his country. They need him. They need him. Hold on. Ukrainian forces have in recent days struck Russian military bases inside Russian territory with long-range drones An escalation in the conflict that may have rattled Moscow. The Ukrainians is out. They using more dynamic tactics. They're applying more dynamic forms of aggression in the arms race. So they need dude back. Cousin Black TV, you said he done. Why ain't nobody heard anything from Brother Mutulu Shakur since he been back? He said, my brother-in-law got 60 jump-offs for drugs, no bodies, and still sitting. He said, but America is helping fund the Ukraine. America always involved in some monkey shit. He said he's sick. So y'all don't think we gonna hear from Dr. Mutulu Shakur? He's in that condition? It's that bad? I think he would have said something by now to somebody. He had secrets, not guns. They just telling us guns. Whatever the case, I know he got his own airport. He said that's all U.S. drone technology. We paying for that war. We gave the Ukrainians $60 billion. They let him go because he only has a few months left. Griner, the most famous WNBA player, and it's not because of basketball. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't. It's some heavies. Diana Taurasi. It's people that played and put in work for a long time. Legendary. Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper. Cheryl Miller. I'm trying to tell him. He said, nah, she not Taurasi and them. I'm trying to tell him. Trying to tell him. Lisa Leslie, Sue Bird. Yeah, those y'all naming the legends and shit. I would probably take Lisa Leslie. She's tall. Won a lot of championships. Think she won in the Olympics. Dunked on TV. Had model aspirations. Lisa Leslie, if y'all want to go there. Rebecca Lobo, Cheryl Cooper, Candace Parker. www.therealdribble.com. Make sure y'all go to my website, man. Y'all naming the Houston team. Tina Thompson and all of those people y'all naming, they was all on the same team. Swoops, Cheryl Cooper, Cynthia Cooper, pardon me. That's all I have for now. I had to get on here and announce that to y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I got work to do. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, www.therealdribble.com if this is your first time. He said, Lynette Woodard. I had her book in elementary school. That's a name that I ain't heard in a long time. She's one of the Globetrotters, female Globetrotter. Lynette Woodard. I think she went to USC too. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for coming through. I gotta go study my lines. I've been cast to be in a movie, and I have to go study my lines. I got about 6 lines I gotta remember. Gotta stand in front of the mirror. I'm doing a robbery in this movie. I'm a part of a robbery team. But subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications, man. Wish me luck on my what am I doing? Auditioning. I gotta send my audition tape. So I can do it. All I gotta do is one of my lines is, what you say, little nigga? I gotta say that. I got a few lines. But I'm out of here. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Website, www.therealdribble.com. Woodard was the only woman drafted to the NBA. I think it was somebody else too. Say you a thespian now. I've been getting busy, man. I've been getting busy. I was just behind the scenes. So it's that time for me to get on with my day. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Brittney Griner is home. Y'all smoked some with her today. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I'm out. Peace.